Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am Chris, and this is my review video for Supergirl, Season 1, Episode 19, entitled Madrid. So we finally get the results of what the heck is going on here with this Madrid situation. They have been teasing Madrid, I think, for like I don't know how many episodes. I mean, it's like 5, 6 episodes or something. They've been teasing Madrid ever since Astra was around, and we finally find out in this episode when Kara goes to the Fortress of Solitude and she finds out that Madrid is actually like this huge weapon to actually take over the whole entire planet, like basically mind control. We also find out that that is why they didn't want the Madrid information to get out. That's why they were so secretive, is that this could be used to enslave the entire galaxy. And we also see Indigo in this trying to convince Non to actually not just take over planet Earth, but to actually take over the entire universe. So yeah, we finally found that out. So that was kind of cool that we actually got that information finally. But this episode for me personally, I actually thought it was a good episode. I didn't think it was that great of an episode. It was kind of flat for me at times, and at times it just felt like it was just wasn't doing very much. And then at other times I was like, okay, this is pretty good. So it was a little bit of a mixed bag for me. When it comes down to it, this episode was 80% setup, and the rest was a few action scenes here and there to spice it up. But it was 80% setup to get to the finale for next week. So, but the few positives that I did have was John Jones and Alex coming back into this episode. They were missing the last episode that they had like 2 weeks ago. So I'm happy that we finally got to see what was going on with them, and they're on the run. She's in this blonde wig and everything. And the kid that was beside her on the bus, I did not realize that was John Jones. I completely forgot that he could shapeshift for some reason, and I was surprised that was him. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that stuff, and the stuff with the mother, Helen Slater, who coming back as the mother again, Eliza Danvers. I think she was great in this, and the whole interaction with her with John Jones and trying to figure out how he was able to actually, you know, shapeshift and everything, the whole science behind it. I mean, I like those conversations, and everything with John Jones. I mean, he did a fantastic job. David Harewood is a fantastic actor in this. He's been doing just an amazing job this season as John Jones. And this episode was really great with him. A lot of great scenes. And I really think Alex, I think she did a great job as well. Kyler Lay, I mean, she is a great actress as well. I think she's been one of the shining stars in this season of Supergirl besides Melissa Benoist. And she has done a fantastic job. She was fantastic in this as well. One of the best episodes she's done. But for me personally, I think the best scene in this episode was the scene with Cat Grant and Supergirl out on the balcony. I think that scene was one of the best scenes they've done all season. I thought it was a fantastic scene with those two, with Cat telling Supergirl, just be herself, and Supergirl wanting to know what she can do. I mean, she doesn't know what to do. I mean, you got Maxwell Lord wanting to bomb the city, and she doesn't really know what to do. She's in trouble. She's in a rock and a hard place, and it's Kat that actually tells her, just be Supergirl. You can do it your way. You don't have to kill all these people like Maxwell Lord wants to do to solve this issue. You can actually go out there, be a hero, be Supergirl, and you can do this. And I really love that scene. I thought it was a fantastic job. Callista Flockhart, amazing job. So those were some of the a few things that I really liked. I did like that scene when she comes in off the elevator. I'm talking about Cat Grant, and she talks about Harrison Ford bugging her, and she says she don't marry older men. I thought that was a great little Easter egg because Callista Flockhart is actually married to Harrison Ford in real life, so I thought that was great. Again, Melissa Benoist is Supergirl, fantastic in this. Great episode for her. That scene at the end, the fight scene that they did have at the end with Indigo, Laura Vandervoot. I think Laura Vandervoot's character is actually quite good. I really like her as Indigo, And that fight scene with her and John Jones at the end, her having that metal like T-1000 Terminator style blade come out of her hand and like stab John Jones. I thought that was great. And John Jones spinning her around and throwing her into that building and exploding. So pretty cool stuff. And we got a great twist at the end with Alex getting the mind control and her having that kryptonite armor on. So it looks like we're going to have our own Supergirl flavor Batman v Superman type thing going on here. So we're gonna have sister versus sister, and she's got the awesome kryptonite battle armor with the kryptonite sword and everything. So I mean, this could be pretty nasty. And it really comes down to, in the final season finale episode, is somebody going to die? I mean, any of these characters are up for, possible death, really. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a win, or, I mean, it would be crushing if it was Alex, though. It would be crushing. But I won't be surprised if somebody ends up, biting the dust at the end of this. Um, but those were a few positives that I really did like. Some of the negatives that I had in this, there were a few here. The character Non, I actually find that character kind of flat and just kind of not very interesting. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. He doesn't seem like one of like those big badass type villains. I mean, throughout the whole season, I mean, he just pops in and pops out. And he talks about Madrid and not really doing very much. In this episode, though, I will give them the fact that they did make him a little bit more powerful now that he has the control of everybody and he's got this Madrid thing happening. And he did seem a little bit more empowering, and it seems like Supergirl doesn't really know what the heck to do. So that did help a little bit, but I just find him, not very threatening, really. I mean, he comes into Catco, in there with Supergirl and Cat, and Maxwell Lord's in there, and he's just like walking around. I mean, he could probably just like take all these people and just like throw them out the window. I mean, why take James, Wynn, and that girl and throw them out the window? And why not just take everybody in the building and just throw them out the window? I mean, he could do that. So I mean, it doesn't really seem like that big of a threatening character. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky about it. So there's that. Also, Lucy this week, they put Lucy in such an empowering role as head of the DEO. They could have done some great things with her, and it seems like the episode that they did, 2 weeks ago, and this week was, I mean, she's got the mind control. She just comes off weak now. I mean, it's a little bit of a disappointment. I think they could have done something really strong with her, because now probably Hank's going to come back and take control of the DEO again. So they kind of like throwing this special place for Lucy. I mean, she could have been in a huge role, something really strong character taking control. And they have her mind controlled, and it's just like, that's kind of a letdown, unfortunately. But overall, the episode, I thought the episode was a good episode. At times, like I said, it was a little rocky, a little flat at times, but it was a great setup episode for next week. I will give it that. Anyway, guys, if there's anything that I missed that you guys want to talk about, that you liked about this episode, please write in the comments below. Also, if there's anything that you didn't like, please write down in the comments. But that will do it for me for this week for another Supergirl review. I will see you guys next week. Until then, take it easy.